Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Katie O'Neill, and man, oh man, am I excited about today's video. Today we are looking at the most spectacular RV that we have on the parking lot. This is an absolutely beautiful 2022 King Aire. Again, my name is Katie O'Neill. I'm at 303-562-8659. Again, 303-562-8659. And I'm coming to you live from Transwest, Colorado. Today we'll be looking at a 4533 2022 King Aire. This is very much like the King Aire I did last Monday, except for this is going to be a Naples interior with the Baroque exterior. And this is absolutely stunning. It's also a bath and a half model, and I have all of the lights dimmed today. So we have no overhead lights on. What you're looking around and seeing right now is all the mood lighting that's available through the King Aire and Newmar line with just the accent lights on. So no overhead headlights. Andrew Steele did a video yesterday of a Newell, and I've got to say, for a lot less money, this coach has got a lot more panache. So I can't wait to show it to you. As usual, let's go ahead and start from the inside out. Go ahead and take her on back. So like I mentioned, you know, we were watching some RV videos yesterday, and they had a video come on of a Newell, and they were talking about mood lighting. So I thought it was so important to show that. So what I've done today is I've drawn all the blinds. It's really sunny out today. It's super nice, but I can darken this entire coach and have all of this mood lighting done. And so you'll look up, you can see just along the accent walls, and then here in our integrated ceiling, we have all of this beautiful up lighting. I've got our wall sconces lit. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And then even here in the bathroom, no overhead lights on. You can see all the pucks are dark. So this is really showing off this beautiful ostrich ceiling. Yes, you heard that correct. This cathedral ceiling is adorned in ostrich. And not only that, you've even got like the most elegant backlighting here underneath around all of your window surrounds. So absolutely gorgeous. Of course, if you'd like to see unlocked, a great egress into basically a safety exit or a great place to load linens. There's your egress door. Also have our really nice bone colored toilet. I love these Domestics. They have a push flush now, so we stopped doing that sensor flush. Ended up having them kind of go bump in the night, but this little white box here will turn orange if, for instance, the toilet needs to be, or the black water needs to be drained. So really nice to have an alert here inside of your RV. And then as you'll note, when I open this door, those overhead LED lights come on. So there's a strip here, and then one here in this hanging rack. And of course, this is a cedar lined closet with the shoe racks. There's a safe in here. And then over here above these really deep shelves, you'll see that we also have our audio control system. So all of your audio video is back here, all plug and play, all ready to go. Great location for it, keeps for that streamlined look. And just for those of you who are looking for a little bit of information in terms of overall depth, this is 27 inches deep. And then this is going to be about 19 inches wide, and all of these are going to have a clearance of about 8 inches tall. So lots and lots of room here in this back area. And again, when I close this, you'll see all of the lights in the closet go out. So very, very cool. Speaking of light control, I also want to mention that you have motion sense and enable. So motion sensor enable means that as you walk through this coach, you're actually going to be able to have the lights turned off, and they'll turn on and off according to where you are in the RV. I also wanted to show you a great way to see your mirror lights. We're going to go ahead and touch that button and turn it on, and then take a look at this vanity. So for those of you who want to get ready in the coach in the morning, who would like to be able to do your makeup, lots of really bright light. And this is available not only in this full bath, but also in the mid bath. Down below that, you'll see we've got our swivel adjusted faucets, our glorious backsplash, all of our actual granite countertops, our pounded metal undermount sink, all of these things giving you the luxury that you would expect in Newmar. And of course, lots and lots of storage room. So lots of room here in this medicine cabinet, and also even in this medicine cabinet. And what's so nice about these is, you know, the little details like these chains to keep them from banging into the mirror. And then also there's a 110 outlet back here, so you can plug in your flat iron and your blow dryer, and you still have access here to your washer and dryer. So this little panel is removable right here as well. We talk about carpet lined, you know, shelves all the time. Very important just to keep that rattle down when you're going down the road. And then of course really nice towel hooks, another two 110 outlets on either side. Lots of really good drawer space. And then you'll note that these drawers are dovetailed as you would expect for a high-end finish, and they are full extension and soft close. So again, really nice space here. Lots of room here underneath for your towels and linens, washcloths, keep everything kind of nice and tucked away. And then one of the best features of this RV, especially since I don't have one, is this robe hook. No, I'm not kidding. I really don't have a robe hook, and I really wish I had one. For those of you who think it's funny, wait until you don't have one. Now on the, I have a 2022 Superstar, by the way. The 4065 doesn't have one, so therefore I think all of you who are considering one should call me and buy a King Aire instead. No, I'm just kidding. That I am kidding about. Okay, so as you see, the chevron tile inlay is absolutely the most decadent. And one of the things I just want to point out about this is it's not just like slapped in here. This is so craftily done. It's so smooth. It's just a really great job in terms of installation. And then down on the floor, look at this beautiful tile floor. And you've got that great linear drain down below. And then of course our standard teak bench. And one of the other features I want to talk about is here. So we actually have temperature controlled or thermostat controlled water temperature, which is a really nice feature. You also have different settings for your shower head, so your rain head can have a pour feature or a rain feature, and then you also have your handheld wand over here as well. And then down here you'll see this little light. This will illuminate blue when you are running your recycling water. So whenever you're using your Aquamizer system, this will recycle the hot water from your 105-gallon freshwater tank into your gray water tank if it's turned off. But if it's actually on recycle, it will go back into the freshwater tank until it warms up. And that's just such a nice feature because it allows you to conserve water. And a lot of times people say, oh, well, you know, Class A's aren't great for boondocking. That's why you get a Super C. I'll tell you what, with the 2 lithium-ion battery packs that you have in this vehicle, and then all the water capacity, things like the Aquamizer system, you are made for boondocking. This coach can actually run 2 of the air conditioners, both the center and the front AC, without having the generator running and without being plugged into 50 amp, which is pretty amazing. So again, that Aquamizer system is super nice. Also, you'll note that down here we have this great little shelf to keep all of your, you know, your razor, maybe your soap bar, whatever it is that you might need. And then above me, you'll see that we also have a place for your shampoo, your conditioner, and your body wash. So this shower is not only just gigantic, but it's also really well equipped, and it's set up so that you can have the most amazing camping experience ever. Now, the towel racks on the outside of the door are fantastic. And then of course here in the King Aire, what would you do without your Bosch washer and dryer? And one of the nicest things about this washer and dryer set is that you can do so many different settings, and you can do all of this while you're on the road. They also give you a great place to keep all of your Tide Pods and everything down here below. And then here in the bottom, you can actually preload all of your soap. So it's a pretty cool little feature with this coach. You can use special laundry detergent for it. Now here on the right-hand side of the bed, you'll see that there's a little circle. This little circle is to charge your cell phone. So you can charge your cell phone. And then on either side below the bed, you'll see that we also have a great place to keep your sultry novels, any of your water bottles you want to keep while you're in transit. And there's also 110 outlets down there, which is just great. And then behind us, you've got to love it when you've got a fireplace in your bedroom. I know that I would love to have a fireplace in my bedroom, so why wouldn't you? I just think that that's just so fantastic. Also, you'll see that we've got these beautiful shades that are drawn, and then a ton of storage overhead here. Again, all of these televisions are plug and play. This is a huge Samsung 4K smart TV. So really all you need to have is a little bit of Wi-Fi. You can use Hulu or Netflix to download your favorite videos. And then you'll notice here, this is our security system. So your security system is going to allow you to do a few different things, one of which is going to be, of course, to make sure that the coach is secure. But then on top of it, you also have this camera system throughout the RV. And what's so nice about this camera system is that you can actually see when there's someone at your front door. You can see everything that you need to. Keep going. Okay. Sorry, I dropped my microphone. Okay, there we go. You can see everything that you need to if you've got someone who's calling on you at the front door. So we love that. And then down here you'll see we're going to go ahead and just address some of these things. So we talked about the fact that we didn't have any of the lights on overhead. What we can do though is we can go ahead and turn all lights off, all lights on, all of these security lights on and off right here from a touch of a button. And then also you can adjust your shades. So forward shade, day shade, all of these shade controls are here. But more importantly, I can go here to shades and I can say bedroom shades up. Now keep in mind on this coach, all of these shades are going to be, let's do headboard closed, bedroom shades. Then we're going to draw up our night shades. So all of these windows are bonded. And what that does for you is not only is it going to give you much bigger windows, so you'll see that that traditional set that we have around the windows has been replaced by this beautiful chrome lining, but also it's going to give you a quieter drive going down the road. This coach has the optional overhead storage, so you can run your computer from the two 110 outlets that are up here, as well as run the grommets down through the center. And then underneath, you'll also be able to run in your CPAP machine. So for those of you that are operating a CPAP machine while you're driving, I know that the physicians always say that they're supposed to be kept at or below heart level. So on either side of this coach, you'll see that there's a great location for them, and there's also a 110 outlet right here above the carpet. So that's a great place to be able to plug things in. You're going to have to go a little bit further over just to show that outlet back there. So that's something that's unique, of course, to the King Aire. And then underneath here, you'll see that we do have our two Naples spare chairs. This is going to be equipped with the Euro booth today and the extended dinette. So these are the two leaves that you can include when you have guest dining. And then just again, courtesy lights down here below, if you can see where my shoe is being illuminated. You could have just these lights on in your bedroom and have a really beautiful evening experience where you can really get kind of the mood set, fireplace on, lights down low. And then I want to go ahead and I'm going to go back to my shades. I am going to go ahead and put my night shades down. There we go. So as you can see, you can still have plenty of privacy as well. I also really love the fact that you have this really beautiful inlay in these beautiful mink, I'm sorry, not mink, oh goodness. Modesto. I don't know why I have the hardest time with that. Modesto Rift Oak. Now this is the suede finish, so it's not the high gloss. It's going to be really good with fingerprints. And then you'll also see that over here on this sliding door, when closed, you've got this really nice dark chair railed mirror. But if you wouldn't mind switching places with me, I'll show you, you've got a full extension dressing mirror on the back side of this door. And of course, when you're getting up and getting ready in the morning, that is just such a nice feature to be able to get ready and see, you know, that your outfit's on, you know, par and that you're ready to go for the day. So we love that. Again, more motion sensors as we go throughout the coach here. And we are going to go here into the mid galley area. So take a look at this bathroom with this beautiful lighting set. Again, this is just with the accent lights throughout the coach. It's a really, really nice feature about these RVs, and it's something that until you've been out RVing, you just wouldn't appreciate it. But after you go out, for a few weeks at a time, and you go, wow, it's so bright in here. It's so nice to actually be able to get a soft glow for the evening. It's just such a beautiful execution. And again, this is the Naples interior. I love the gold Fleck wallpaper. It's so classy. And then, as I mentioned earlier, you're still going to have all of your controls for your vanity. So you've got your vanity lights, your accent lights, and then your mirror lights all right here. And take a look at how bright that is. So if you're the early riser and it's your turn to make coffee in the morning, lots of storage here, a ton of storage room here. Just really, really big cabinet space. And then, of course, nice full extension drawer. Another place to keep all of your linens, maybe some toilet paper, and then storage here underneath. Great place to keep some towels. So this is just a really great example of why you would consider getting into this Spartan chassis. 605 horsepower, 1,950 foot-pounds of torque. This is just a beastie mobile. And one of the nicest aspects of this is not only does it have hydraulic leveling jacks, but it also has air leveling as well. So if you're in a place that's fairly flat, you don't need to, use your hydraulic jacks to level your coach. Another great feature about this coach is going to be that going down the road, you've got not only, lane tracking packages, but you also have blind spot assistance. So there's sensors on either side. So if you're used to some of those higher end vehicles or those nicer cars, you're going to find that you can set your cruise control to follow the vehicle in front of you and give you 3.3 seconds of stopping distance, or you can shorten that to 3 seconds, or you can go up to 3.6. So you can really kind of adjust it, and it really reduces driver fatigue to, first of all, not have to have your foot on the accelerator going on these long drives cross country. But all Newmars that are diesel pushers are going to be equipped with something called Comfort Drive. And Comfort Drive is fantastic. What Comfort Drive does for you is it actually allows you in crosswinds to drive down the road without having so much gale force wind pushing that coach against you. So it's really, this is not just a great functioning coach and a great looking coach, but it's also a great driving coach. So here's one of your 6 full, again, pull-out extensions, again with dovetail construction, full extension so you can get all the way back. And then take a look at this. Look at your Viking refrigerator. I mean, how amazing is this? I love our door controls here. As you can see, lots and lots of humidity zones. Great place to keep your charcuterie down below. This, of course, has a water filter for your dispenser. And here is that ice dispenser down below. As you can see, nice metal drawers, and again, filtered water for your ice dispenser. Lots and lots of storage here. Really great capacity. And look at that, a great place for Jello shots. Just kidding, we don't do Jello shots. We're a bunch of teenagers. All right, well, if you're making Jello shots, maybe just to be courteous. Okay, so check this out. We really like these little features. You're gonna find these are throughout the coach. Just little pop-up outlets everywhere. And again, I have all of the lights turned down low. So this coach is really, really dark on the inside, but it's easy to see. You can get around. You've got tons of storage space here. These cabinets are super deep. So again, about 18 inches deep on these cabinets. And then your clearance is going to be about 8 inches by about 8 inches. So really nice cabinet space here. Of course, you also have plenty of room to roast a turkey, microwave a burrito, whatever it may be, and your very, very nice, again, Viking appliances. So we do Bosch for the washer and dryer. We do Viking for the microwave oven and convection oven, as well as a refrigerator, and then we do Wolf for your induction cooktop. And of course, what RV would be complete without having, let's do kitchen lights. Go ahead and turn those on real quick. Without having our traditional Newmar cutting board. So that's on both sides. So very nice feature there. We've also got a stainless steel front stainless steel undermount farm sink. So lots and lots of room, very deep basin, single basin sink with the removable pour and spray feature for the faucet head, as well as a hot water dispenser. And then underneath here, you've got your stainless steel trash can, a lot of storage room, and this is where you could store your extra covers while you're camping, so if you're stationary. And then of course cleaning supplies are on a nice removable tray. You pick up your caddy, take it wherever you need to clean your coach and put it back underneath. It's got a little divider in there so nothing will fall over. Just really well executed. And then of course, very nice Fisher-Paykel dishwasher. And as you'll note, all of these appliance names are noteworthy, and that is because with the King Aire, we want to make sure it's nothing but the best. As you can see, you've got all your controls for your televisions, you've got your Girard awning control, extra paint, and then these are going to be for your Bose sound bars, and then this is the control for your Sleep Number bed as well. So pretty cool there. The only control that's missing out of that cabinet, of course, is going to be your fireplace control, which I had there in the back. And then here and above, again, great cabinet space, lots of depth, full extension drawers. Once again, and again, all of this beautiful overhead lighting. Now, before we go to the front here, I think that the next thing that we should do is go ahead and open all of our shades. So let me go ahead and pull all of our shades. There's a number of different ways to get to your shade control. So I'm going to go ahead and use this shade control here. And I'm going to do shades, living room, take a look at the difference that makes. And that's really what I wanted to do, kind of that wow factor. Like, take a look at these bonded windows. We are now letting so much light in this coach. And keep in mind, I have access panels like this throughout the coach, and you'll see that in this access panel, I can go to home, I can see my fresh black and gray water tank, I can see my house batteries are charged at 100%, my chassis battery as well. I can also see that if I'm running my inverters. I can also see if I'm, for instance, using my generator. I can also see my water. I can see if I've got autofill turned on or off. I can check out my climate control. I can turn on my block heater. I can take a look at my batteries. So this is kind of an interesting thing. So maximum temperature 97 degrees. Minimum temperature 46 degrees. Currently those bays are at 65 degrees. They've got air conditioning pumping through them. They're on a thermostat of their own, and they're currently, the batteries themselves are at 73 degrees. So this coach is so advanced. Now that's for the first lithium-ion battery pack. Keep in mind there are two. Here's the second one, and all of this is available to you on your Samsung tablet as well. Another thing that I really love about this is we are outdoor unplugged, so I can see what we have activated for our coach mode. But let's say that I was going to go ahead and go indoor plugged in and store. I could go ahead and activate, and it would set this coach correctly so that I had all the right things turned on. Also here on the floor heat, I wanted to show you've got a bunch of different zones. So you can turn your heat up on your floor heat. So that's set to 1. Here you'll see I've got the front turned off. Oops. And then here in the middle, you'll see I got the center zone set to store. So what that means is when you are storing your coach, you can actually set it to mid-heat to keep it warm inside of your RV. And keep in mind, with your My Rosie app, you'll be able to monitor all of this as long as you've got a Wi-Fi connection remotely. I can also check my door locks. I can adjust all my shades, and then here again is that camera feature. And this is the same that we saw in the bathroom, or I'm sorry, in the bedroom. But as you can see, you could see if somebody was at the front door. It's really just a nice safety feature. Your Girard awning controls are right here as well. And then you got your Winegard, your satellite, or I'm sorry, your antenna, which is going to have an automatic search. So I could actually see that I have 15 stations available without satellite, I'm sorry, by antenna here in the area. So this is going to be an automatic search for local TV stations that don't require satellite. I don't have a satellite receiver on mine. We use mostly Wi-Fi, so this is handy if I want to watch local news or anything like that about weather systems that might be coming through. Now, all of your security lights can be turned on and off here. You can see if they're on and off, so if you're bothering your neighbors, you could turn them off. You've got your privacy drapes for the front. So this would be, again, those blackout shades. And there's controls down below as well, but everything can be controlled very easily through either your app here at the front, and then we're going to check out some of the really cool features of this dash. But before we do, we want to take a look at one of my very favorite features of this coach, and that's going to be when you're watching television and you're hanging out with your family, you know, it's kind of like, oh gosh, hey, who wants to pull the blinds down, get the TV up, or you can just go right here to this center system and hit theater mode. Ready? Bink. Wait for it, and then go ahead and show that television popping up, all the lights going off. So how cool is that? So I just love theater mode. This is such a nice way to be able to see things. And then also, as you'll note, here's that huge table we talked about. Now keep in mind, when we went from having 16 AGM batteries to 2 lithium ion battery packs, we were able to shave off 700 pounds in battery storage, and we replaced that with granite. So you've got all marble backsplashes, you've got all of your countertops are real granite. I mean, everything. So that's super, super cool. Where's my measuring tape? Uh-oh, lost it. I was gonna measure, oh, there it is. This storage underneath. And I do this, I know it sounds silly, but I have a lot of people who end up buying their RVs from me because they get all the information that they need. This is about 18 inches across. And I mean, if you're gonna make this RV yours, it's nice to know that you've got 18 by 30 for storage, and then that your clearance, your real clearance is probably about 7 inches, but your drawer height itself is about 4.5, maybe 5. So there's that. Again, I know we've talked about the ostrich in the ceilings, but it's just so beautiful. This is all Williamsburg furniture. This is all real leather. This is the only level of coach that Newmar offers with actual leather interiors. And then I love this suede touch that you have on all of your window surrounds. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And again, these smoky mirrors giving you a reflection, enhancing the size of the coach, but not necessarily making it too garish and bright. Now also, in terms of, where is it? There she is. A jackknife. How convenient is this? So I love this. Is such a nice little jackknife. Really easy to put up and down. There we go. There's 2 seat belts behind this coach. So I did have a client who bought this RV, and he had to make sure there was 2 seat belts in this opposing couch because he kept his puppies there, and they had little puppy seats that they needed to get tethered into, which I thought was pretty funny. There's a lot of storage in this ottoman. We see a lot of these coaches clad with theater seats. I'm a really big fan of a couch. I think if you're all going to cuddle up on the couch, it's just nice to have something that doesn't have a division in terms of overall space. And I think I'm going to do this now, because I'm going to show how that bed works, but we're also going to take a look at how this coach looks with the slides closed. Now, I know I mentioned briefly these bonded windows. So not only do you get the ability to have these hard corners with your bonded windows, but you also get much less wind noise going down the road and a better seal. So this is much like that of your car windshield. And then down here on this side, you'll see that you've got 2 110 outlets as well as some USB ports. And I love connected cushions because they make everything much easier to store. So there's our connected cushions. Do I have a release? I don't think I have a release. Oh, I must have a release. Find your release, Katie. Find your release. Okay, so I know Andrew Lyons is watching this and saying, didn't you do this before? He went live. And the answer is no, because if I did, I would have already pulled it out. Okay, I'm not going to show you the bed. It's a trifold. There's a little cord that you have to release that. It's stuck underneath, and all of my jewelry is going to come off if I try to pull it. So I won't pull it today, but I assure you this is a very nice trifold queen size bed. So we love that. Another one of our little pop out outlets that you'll find throughout. And then this is going to be the controller for this sound bar. And again, more pop-up outlets on both sides. So plenty of juice throughout the coach. Here we have our kick plate for central vac. And then we have our tube connection right here as well. And I'm going to go ahead. If you're all wondering, the fireplace is fully functional, even with the coach going down the road. So I'm going to keep your toes nice and toasty. You could do so. Turn that off. And you still get these like great little drawers, even though you've got your fireplace. So that's actually a great little sock drawer if you got a bathing suit or something like that. Now you'll notice that when this comes in, it's coming into right above this line here. This line here is going to represent the seal that they have for the hydraulic slide. And you'll note that there's one on either side. So in order to give us the full access to the under basement door storage, we have hydraulic slides on both the driver and passenger side of this coach. This is just an entire wall slide. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that in now. So you take a look at that. How cool is that, rising up off the ground? And this Moore floor we developed in 2015 has allowed us to go from having carpeted slides to full tile floors. And I love this porcelain wood tile. It's actually one of my favorite products that we carry because it's not glossy, but it's nice and bright, and it's also a great color to look clean all the time. So it'll hide all of those smudges. Now, if you look to the right outside of this coach, you'll see that while we're bringing this in, there's actually a shade outside of this window. And you'll see these from the outside. There's going to be 4 of them. But these day shades that you're seeing are really keeping it nice and keeping the sun out of the coach here. And you'll see there's just a bit of a shadow right here. And this is from my Girard awnings. But I also have a really nice full shade that covers the whole dinette all the way through to the sitting area, as well as my Girard awning. So that's a really great feature. But take a look at how much room I have to get back and forth to the restroom. This is like so much room. So I really have plenty of room to get in and out of the restroom while going down the road. I've got plenty of room to cook while I'm going down the road. If I want to keep everything stored, I can. And then I would have lots of flat area. In my coach, I did take out one of the covers and put on a wood block cover that's just a little bit thinner. And the only reason I did that is because it makes it so that the cell phone doesn't go skittering off while you're taking a hard turn, which is nice. Put all of our little awnings away, or our outlets away. Go ahead and just close these up. And then we're going to go ahead and put our televator down and just get a good feel for how this coach looks while you're going down the road. Now you don't want to have your TV up while you're going down the road. So if you want to trade places, you can see that television going down. But going down the road, you're still going to have nice things like amenities to keep your water bottles once again, so plenty of storage there. But more importantly, let's say the Avs game's on, but you have to get to your next destination. Well, there you go. You've got a full-size, again, 4K smart TV there as well. We talked about these interior cameras, so take a look at this. So not only do you have the interior security cameras, but you have your overhead cameras, so you can see all around you. You can see there's your entry camera. Here's your, this is going to be your rear and then side vision. Here's your interior camera, so you can see who's on the outside of you. When you turn your turn signal on, that would be your right signal, your left signal. And then if you're looking to see if there's someone to the left or the right of you, you can also see that as well. So again, all of these cameras are so cool, but if you're parking and you're worried about running into a rock or something along those lines, you can see that overhead camera view is going to make it really, really much safer for you to drive. Okay, so we have a heated steering wheel. I just put my foot on the brake, which has turned the green light on for starting the engine. Now I am running the 12.5 kilowatt generator here. Probably don't need to, just because this does have a full charge of batteries. I guess it's better safe than sorry, right? You're in the middle of a live video. But we'll talk about a few different things. So on-guard sound litigation system volume is at, oh, so this is letting us know that we don't have the sound turned up on our on-guard system, which is interesting. But you can see here's your lane tracking package. And then I want to start from the top. So we talked about air leveling. So that's great. You've got air leveling. You can actually set your ride height, high ride or low ride or auto level. And then we also have, oops, let's go back. Brightness, so you can set the brightness to your for your dash, so you can determine whether or not it's, if you want it more light at night or less. And then you have your messages, so this is telling you that your on-guard system is down too low, thinks that you should turn that on. Your settings is going to allow you to turn things on like comfort drive. We mentioned that earlier. This is, again, crosswind is going to be one of the best things. The other thing that comfort drive does for you, which I think is highly underrated, is if I turn my steering wheel all the way over, comfort drive will put it back to center. Where would this be handy? Well, being an exact center would be handy if you're backing up into a parking space. You would know that you're going to go straight. It's in a few of our training videos, and it's something I had taken for granted, but it actually is fantastic. After I found out that you were supposed to use it that way, I was like, wow, that's actually amazing. TPMS settings, so you can actually see the temperature of your tires. You can see what your tire pressure is. This is a very, very cool feature. And with this system, you can actually, you can set a TPMS sensor to be in your tow vehicle too. So you can turn all your sound on. This is the one that's telling us that our TPMS sound, or I'm sorry, our drive assistant sound is off. You can change your units if you want to use metric. You could do that there. And then service is going to tell you when you need to have service for your coach. Diagnostics is going to allow you to go in and actually see if there's any kind of warnings. And then your configuration set, oh, I don't have my password set, but that's okay. So you can set your configuration and you can actually lock it so no one else can mess with it. And then here at our trip computer, you can go through, you've got, all of our doors are open. You can see the step is extended. And then our TPMS once again, and then our cruise control. So all of these features are really easy to get to. They're right here on your smart dash. Windshield wipers are set here. You can answer your phone and hang up, all via Bluetooth. You've got, your touch for your pedals, so you can put your pedals in and out. I have them all the way out, but they can go all the way back. So if you're tall, you can put them much further out. For me, I put the seat all the way forward and the pedals all the way forward as well. I thought this was kind of funny. So if I turn this off, isn't that silly? Now wait, hold on. So I guess I could have like my park level horn versus my down the road horn. This is going to be for your Kurt Spectrum integrated brake control. You've got, of course, your automatic high beams, which are so nice. If someone's coming towards you, you're not going to blind them. Of course, that's a great safety feature. This is just your window control, house and chassis battery boost, And then you can see where it says heavy tow on, so you can actually set this coach so that you're weighting. If you've got a heavy stacker, for instance, in the back, you can put most of the weight of this coach to the front, and you can actually weight it towards the front and give your stacker a little more forgiveness in the back. You've got your Allison transmission here. This is a 6-speed 4000 mH. Your brake controller has a high, medium, and low, and it has to be on. Otherwise, it won't work. I actually get a few phone calls like, my brake controller is not working. Well, you just have to turn it on. Okay, so HWH computer leveling jack. So this HWH component is going to be for our leveling jacks, and as you can see, we have a bias right now. We are towards the front and to the left. So that's telling us where the coach is actually pointing. We are in travel mode, which when all the jacks are up, but if they were down, you'd be able to see where they are down. And then above us, you'll see we kind of went through some of the brains of the operation before. Go ahead and turn this off. As you'll note, I'm doing that with a touch of a button. But we have extra storage on both sides. And then these are going to be your Girard awning controls. And then we have our window, which does open. We've got our wireless charging docks, as well as temperature control. Go ahead and put the step cover out. I do have the step cover lights on right now. But as you can see, I mean, this is just nice and sturdy. So if you had a small pet that was traveling for you and you didn't want them to fall into the window well, or maybe you just didn't have your recliner seats up, you would be able to do that. Now, do keep in mind, that these are fully functioning massage seats as well as heated seats. So that's just such a nice luxury in this coach. Let me just get this out real quick. I meant to take this out before the video because they're always taped up so well, but let's snag it really fast. So take a look at this. So you have pulse, wave, and zigzag, and you've got all your different zones. So this is such a nice feature. This is such a great vibrating seat. So for those of you that are going down long road trips, it's just nice to have something that's getting the blood flowing. And then you have, of course, your, oh shit, honey, we lost the Jeep camera, which we love, because you know that you need to have one of those. Oh, I just turned this thing on. It's hilarious. It actually, it really vibrates. Like, I could tell I turned it on just by touching it against my leg. Okay, so covered controls. Oh, I missed a few little drawers. Nice place to keep your cell phone and your wallet. And then let's go ahead, we'll stop the generator and we're gonna pop out. But before we go out, I do want to just show off. Look how cool that screen is. Isn't that a great way to do a screen? I love that. Okay, so when we redesigned this King Aire in 2021, there was over 100 features that were upgraded on this coach. One of the ones that we have really enjoyed that's been here for a while, though, are these stairs, and these are articulating, so they come out, and there's a sensor at the bottom as well as in the front. So if you hit a curb, they'll actually stop, and they won't go the whole way out. So you can actually have them be a little bit shorter. They'll be a little bit more narrow, but they'll still be able to extend, which is super nice. You're going to have 8 of these throughout this coach. This is going to be, again, you don't just have a lane tracking package, you also have blind spot assist. As mentioned earlier, these are auto dimming lights, so if you are going to come towards oncoming traffic, there's actually a sensor that can tell that there's lights coming towards it that will dim these lights and put them down from bright back to regular. And then here you'll see that camera we were looking at is integrated here into the mirror. There's also a turn signal indicator here, as well as your blind spot indicator. And that probably looks familiar. I know that my Mercedes had that same indicator. So for those of you that are used to working with this technology, it's just really nice. And you'll notice that not only do we have a key touchpad here and a doorbell, as well as an illuminated handle so you can find the door, you also have a security camera. And again, just take a look at these bonded windows. So these are set much more like that of a vehicle or a car. In the King Aire, you get a 200-gallon dual fill fuel capacity. So this has got 200 gallons of fuel. Also here, you have an option for a Dometic pull-out refrigerator, and this is a great storage area. For me, I'm not such a big fan of the Aire systems for the Dometic. I would prefer to have a nice cooler. That would be a great place for a cooler. And then here we have our Easy Glide extendable trays. Now these trays extend all the way out to 60%, so you can load your coach even when your slides are out. So if you're getting ready to go before everybody else is up and at 'em, maybe you're packing up and it's time to head out, and you've got a destination you want to hit, and you've got to leave like 10 o'clock in the morning, and everyone else is kind of inside getting ready, still eating breakfast. You can go ahead and lock and load, get all set up. And like I said, I think they've done such a nice job for this, because for those of us that want to have a regular cooler versus having, I'm not going to put these all the way out, having just the air cooler, I think it's just so nice to have that huge bay in the front where you can get a cooler that has ice. This again is going to be for your central vac system. We saw that inside. You can also access that outside as well. And then there's some of those porcelain tile, extra porcelain tiles there. And you'll note at the bottom of these slide trays there's this cool material. This is this new material that we came up with in 2021. And it is something that not only looks attractive, but it can also just be washed out. So it's weather resistant. Actually, I think I've got placemats that are made by that. So here's your second cooler space. So I really like this because I can put my front cooler in, and then I can also still have a Dometic. Like I said, I really like the idea of having ice in my cooler. And as you can see, this is a full extension, so this goes out past the slide, so you'll have access. Sorry, wrong side. And then you can change both of these, so you could have them set to refrigeration or to freezing. And then you'll notice this Oasis system here in the back. So this Oasis system back here is going to be 85,000 BTUs as opposed to 35,000 BTUs. So not only do you have an all-electric coach with tankless hot water and a great hydronic system, you have 85,000 BTUs of hot water, which means if you are like me and you want to take a really steamy shower, you can absolutely do so. Please note that down here next to the refrigerator there are two 110 outlets for your margarita machine. You can, if you want to, we're trying to get over there to show them to you. And then right past that there's also a 9-volt, which is great for those of us who like to paddleboard. You've got a place where you can set your paddleboard up. And you'll note that when I close this door, if you haven't been noticing it as we've been going through, they're all soft close. So do you see how that just sucks in? So if I push the button, it pops open. And then there's the mechanism here. So when I close this door, and there it goes, it just sucks nice and in. And then this, of course, goes all the way up. Again, another nice sound bar here, two USB ports, another two 110 outlets. Charge your phone, maybe run your radio. You can run your dash radio off of this sound bar, so you can run your, if you wanted to listen to like local, maybe the baseball game or something like that, you could do that. You could also just set it for the television or just use Wi-Fi. Now, let me just pull this, oh, let's see. Well, on the ground we go. Hopefully we don't lose my mic again. All right, so here are your two lithium-ion battery packs. So these actually span the entire coach. They go all the way across. And as you'll see, there's fans up here, and then you've got your big inverters. So there's two inverters, two lithium-ion battery packs. And again, this is going to give you enough juice to run not just one, but two air conditioning units. And then we have our tag axle. So one of the things that's super nice about the 2021 and 2022 King Airs is they actually increased the amount of pivot that you have in these wheels. Now, of course, when you have a wheel that goes in like this is an innie, which means the wheel behind it is the tag. That is the Audi. So up to 17% wheel cut with this tag gives you a great turning radius. And this coach is really, really easy to park, which is so important. And then here, your 15-gallon DEF tank. And Spartan does such a nice job of organizing everything. Here are your two chassis batteries, and then your on and off switches just to the left. And then we'll go ahead and right below your air dryer and your water separator, we have this little gasket here, which will allow us to open the back. And as you can see, this is unencumbered. The radiator is going to be on the side. So this is that K3605 chassis. And this is just such a nice marriage, as you can see, of this Cummins engine to the Spartan chassis. So really cool picture here. You can see all of the red, of course, is going to be that ISX, and then everything else is going to be Spartan. Got your airline here as well. You've got your Oasis juice. If you tell me that you've watched this video, I sold 5 out of our 6 King Airs last year. I love selling this product. I think it's a fantastic offering by Newmar. But number one thing I'll say is if you don't have Oasis juice, you don't have heat. So it's really important. Tell me that you watched my video. We'll get you a free gallon of that, so you've got it on the camping trip. Of course, as you can imagine, it would be very difficult. Oh, I better close this, huh? Very difficult to get Amazon to deliver that to you at your campsite. So again, we'll just pop that down. When you see this, you know that you're in a King Air, because this is the only offering that we have that has that really nice trunk release. All the rest of them, you got to pull the pin and then duck. This one's actually pretty cool. You've got your Voyager system here, as well as your 7-pin connector, your tow brake, your big hitch. Again, this is going to be a really robust amount of power. So for those of you that are looking to get out on the road, that want to have a stacker, that want to be able to bring your tow vehicle, maybe it's even just your Jeep. You know, there's just a ton of power here. I love these smoky taillights. Again, another one of those side monitors. So again, this is going to be that radar system that's going to tell you if there's someone in your blind spot. Here's your radiator. This is that egress door that we opened earlier. This is the other fill for your AdBlue. And I know it sounds silly, but you know, when you are dealing with these coaches and you have a system where you don't necessarily have the additive access to both sides, depending on where you park when you pull into the gas station, it's really nice to have dual fill and then the ability to put your AdBlue on whatever side it is that's most convenient. So more security lights. This is just a great compartment to keep your gloves in. This is, of course, was running on a SantaCon system, so it doesn't need it. Let's just take a look. We've talked about, I'm so sorry, I didn't mention that the Harman Infinity audio system up front. For those of you that have had different levels of RVs, all RVs come with different levels of stereo system. Just so you know, I was rocking out this morning when I was getting this RV ready. It's an incredible sound system here. So here we are again to the other side of our lithium-ion battery banks. Again, that is going to be 1,260 amp hours a piece with 2 3,000 watt inverters. So we had 10 kilowatts with our 16 batteries. We have 35 kilowatts of power with this lithium-ion battery bank. So this is a really big improvement. And again, that hydronic system went from 35,000 BTU to 85,000 BTU. So just a ton more coming after 2021, and this is again that 2022 model. So all of your water bays are just as nice as they are with all of our models. They're just a little more tidy here. You've still got your digital display. You do have a gray tank rinse as well as a black tank rinse. And of course on the Essex as well as the King Air, you're going to have the Mana Block system. So if you have a leak in a particular compartment in your coach, you can go ahead and just turn off that section. The SantaCon system here, as you can see, just gives you a much tidier water bay. You'll see we have a whole house water filter here. Again, we also have filtered water going into the ice tray, but above and beyond that, we're also going to have infrared water treatment as well. So this coach can really go, if you're going down to Baja and the water's a little questionable, this is going to be a safe way for you to go and play. Of course, our power cord reel here is electric, so it's just here on the door, very simple to retract. This is going to be 50 amp. We also have the pigtail here, so if you need a little 30 amp outlet, you've got that as well. I love that, it just sucks in. Okay, so here's the other side of your Easy Glide tray. Again, these are 1,000 pound weight rated access points, and they're going to come out 60% And all of your controls are right here on the door, very conveniently located. No reaching, no bending down. I love these suction doors, they're so nice. Newmar has been definitely focused on making it so that you don't have to slam our doors as hard just to get that good seal. We've always had pretty hard to close doors. We've made a lot of improvements in 2023, but like I said, in 2021, we went to this fantastic, door system. So if you got, a prestige level Audi, for instance, you're used to just closing your doors and having them very nicely suck in and close for you and give you that tight seal. Another feature on this coach that's really nice is that you've got a key fob where you can lock and unlock all of these doors, so you don't have to go into the coach to do that. And then of course, if you want to have your coach washed, you can do that yourself, or you could have your kid do it and give them $10. There's that infrared water treatment system. So, or ultraviolet, is it infrared or ultraviolet? I think it might be UV. I think it's UV. Anyway, all I know is it kills everything in the water, which is good. 200 gallons again. There's your other fueling tank, another security light, of course. These are these outside awnings that we can see from the inside. As you can see, they're a little more fancy than that even of the Essex. And then over here, you'll see one of these overhead cameras. So you've got these nice overhead cameras. And then you'll see that this side looks very much like the other side. And the reason that is because you've got a rain gutter system on top of the RV. So for those of you who aren't familiar with how Newmar likes to rock this, what they do is they actually put a gutter system on the top of the coach. There's actually a big, kind of a well, if you will, inside on the top of the coach where your air conditioning units are housed. You've got 3 15,000 BTU AC units on top, as well as heat pumps. You also have all of your satellite system, you've got your solar panels, all of those are housed in this really neat compartment. And there's actually rain channels that guide the water to keep it from leaking down and giving you unsightly drip marks down the side of your coach. And this is throughout all of our products. So, you don't have to have a King Air. If you know the difference, you just get a Newmar. We've got Dutch Stars, we've got Ventanas, I've got a Super C, I've got a Superstar. But no matter what you get with Newmar, you're buying the height of luxury, the top of the line in that segment. So I couldn't speak highly enough. Again, the brains of the operation are right here. I'm pretty certain that I had to have the engine on, to show you your 12.5 kilowatt own and quiet diesel generator, but that's okay. Again, if you look up here in the front, you notice that you don't see any of your windshield wipers. They're tucked down nice and neatly below. So that's just a great feature, keeping your windshield wipers fresh a little bit longer. You've got this beautiful front windshield, is just absolutely magnificent, tons of viewing space. Another front camera, chrome convex side mirrors. You can see here, you've got your radar here. This is gonna be for your cruise control, and then you've got your Mobileye up here. So, like I said, really there's nothing better than a King Air. And if you're looking to spend the kind of money to get into this class, this is the best buy on the market. Again, my name is Katie O'Neill. I'm here in Frederick, Colorado at Transwest at 303-562-8659. Again, 303-562-8659. Today we are looking at stock number 5N211492. Again, this is 5N211492. I hope that this video has given you a lot of information, maybe piqued your interest. If there's anything I can do to help get you on the road and get you camping, please give me a call. And thank you so much for tuning in every Monday at 10:30. See you soon.